Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. This is Chris Loves Lux. And it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Seriously, it's been a minute. I haven't sit down filmed since late January, beginning of February, where I did some bulk content to drop while I was away in Tanzania. I came back, I went on vacation to Atlanta for my birthday, came back from that, and then my father passed, so then I took time off from that. Now I'm back, right? Now I'm back and I've been shopping like I do for my birthday every year. And then I add on some grief shopping, that's what we're gonna call it. I have 12 pairs of shoes, 11 pairs of shoes that I need to show you today. Plus 2 more pair that I had filmed in a separate haul that you'll probably never see that I just took out at the end. So I guess you can kind of say it's 13. But with all that being said, we're going to jump into it. But before we do, I feel inclined to give a personal announcement. What do you call it? Public service announcement. If you're here to judge, if you're here to ask me all kinds of questions, the only thing you should be asking me is where can I get them, right? Or how do I style this or how do I style that? Not how do I pay for things, because I ain't answering that, right? Or, you know, any other intrusive things. Also, if you're here to tell me what I should be doing with my money, please do not even watch the video. Just click off, please and thank you. With all of that, if you're just here to see what I got, then let's continue on, all right? And anything that I got on discount or whatever, I'll make sure to tell you where, and I will try my best to find it online and put it down in the comments. But other than that, I'll see y'all at the end. Let's jump right in. So, y'all know every birthday month, I start middle of February. I don't stop shopping till like May 1st, right? But in between all of that, I kept whatever. All right, let's just get into it. So let's talk about this first one. First of all, you know this is my favorite house, so you know I'm never gonna have a shoe haul without there being some Christian Louboutins in there. So I actually, which one is this one? So I make sure I'm talking about, yeah. So this one here actually found on Rue La La because it was sold out everywhere. I reached out to my SA and everything. She was like, no, you missed the boat. You're gonna have to wait till like June when they come back out. I was like, oh, wow, your girl's not waiting until June. If the shoe was meant to be, I'm gonna find it before June. No sooner did I say that, literally 2 days later, it popped up. Now, I had never tried this shoe on, but because I have so many Louboutins, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a guess because I can always take it, send it back. So I actually got it $100 off, difference from what the store was selling it for. So I'll open this up. Y'all, your girl been shopping, okay? Between my birthday and then the grief of losing a parent, I just been clicking. Debit card, debit card, debit card, debit card. Notice I said debit, okay? Ain't no reason for no credit card purchase, okay? Let me show y'all. Y'all, these are a work of art. Let me take this off. I've tried them on. They get dust quick because they're satin. So, y'all, parts of my little white rug that I had walked on these with had gotten on the satin. I almost died. I was like, no. So this, of course, wraps around your ankle, your foot. But y'all see this? Let me take this out. This is the Cassia. Pretty, looks like a ballet shoe, right? Ballet shoe, but it's a heel. And it's so sexy on. I will try to get some mod shots, but y'all, the mod shot, trying to put the camera down, but I ain't the best at that, right? But when I do eventually wear it, whenever that will be, I will make sure to get some shots in it. But y'all, leather bow right here, just like a regular, and it does pick up a lot of dust. I got the black, even though the black, you see all of the lint and everything from wherever you walk, but it comes in a blush color, and I was like, no, because the moment you make a scratch, a this, a that, that blush is satin is ruined, right? So that's why I preferred the black. As you all know, what the red sole looks like. This is 100 millimeter, so it's 4 inches or 3.9 inches to be exact. And the fit, actually, it's fitting. It is not crazy tight or anything because the toe box is not pointed like some of my other shoes I will show you is. But honey, this one, I don't know where I'm wearing it to, so don't ask in the comments because your girl don't know, okay? I just know that this is not part of their regular line, right? It is limited edition, so it will not be around forever. And because of that, and yes, I put everything back on, and because of that, your girl was not playing any games. I said, no, I'm going to find it. So I ended up finding it for $9.99. It is a regular price of $1,099, so I got exactly $100 off, and there's no tax in Jersey, so you don't have to worry about that. But that's what they both look like. Super happy to have these in my collection because, yeah. One of my girlfriends has them in the blush color, and I was like, girl, you not worried about the rain, or you know, you happen to be outside? Because you know we good now, especially with this weather. One moment you outside, it's sunny, the next moment it's raining. What you about to do with your shoes? You gonna have to walk barefoot and put your shoes in your bag or something, because for real. And the blush is ruined. You get 2 dust bags, just so you guys know, right? 2 dust bags and a pair of taps like normal. That was the first pair, honey. Let's move on to the second. Yes, another pair. These are Hot Chicks. I actually trying to remember where I got these from. I remember what they look like, child. When I tell y'all the Hot Chicks, I got these from Rue La La too, right? So here's the taps again, 2 dust bags. I'll show you this because this is very different from what I'm used to. Oh, I'm sorry. The Cassias was in a size 41. These are in a size 41 as well. Depending on the shoe, I can do a 40.5 or 41. Y'all, okay, let's talk about it. Always dropping something. The Hot Chick is not a crazy comfortable, oh my God, I can walk in this for hours shoe. Let me tell you, first of all, most heels are not. People that tell you, oh, I could walk 8 hours in heels, I question whether or not they could really walk in it, or if their feet just look like this in the shoe. Yep, I said it, toes looking like this. Because having unless you're a dancer, right? Having your heel or all your weight on the ball of your foot for 8 hours. Now, 3 hours? Yeah, maybe even 4. Okay, I can give you that. But that's sitting down and standing up, not just straight standing. Because when you stand, I don't even care if you're in a sneaker, all your weight is on your feet. Yeah, not for me. But yeah, so I purchased, these were, but you could tell this is all brand new stuff. These were on Rue La La for $5.29, $5.19, something like that. Anyway, I had a I had a $480 credit because I had returned some other shoes a while ago, didn't use the credit, had it sitting there. So I used it on these, so I barely, I still paid, but the way my girl math set up, I had a $480 credit. So I put it on these. First of all, I'm not a big purple person, but this color caught me. It caught my eye, and I just thought, because the first thing I said, I always have a little text group chat that we all like shoes and bags and stuff. I sent it, I said, y'all talk me out of it. That's my line, talk me out of it. You know, some people say, talk to me nice. I'll be like, talk me out of it. And they were like, where you gonna wear it to? What you gonna do with that color? And I was like, the color is the shoe. I can have on a t-shirt that's white and a pair of jeans. I put this on and all of a sudden I've elevated, right? Not just in height, but in fashion, honey. So I love the scalloped style of it, because if not, it just is a Pigalle Foley. to be quite honest. So if you know what your size is in a Pigalle Foley, not to be confused with the Pigalle regular, right? Toe box is a little different. In my opinion, this is a Pigalle Foley. Now, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments for those that are connoisseurs like myself. But if you know what your size is in a Pigalle Foley, you're going to know what your size is in this. And I have Pigalle Foley, so I already knew. I can do a 40.5. It's going to be tight. It's going to require me to get the toe box stretched. But this is a 41, so I really don't need to. Even though I'll probably stretch it myself a little bit because I have shoe stretchers. Everybody should have a shoe stretch. You cannot go in your closet and not have a shoe stretch. There's certain things, a shoe stretch, a shoe horn, leather cleaner, right? These are things that you should always have in your arsenal. That's just me though, right? But isn't she cute? She cute. Look, y'all ain't even got, I don't have to hold y'all. She cute. I'll show you what the other one look like just so you can see them both. They both cute, y'all. And I'm here for the color. And I know nowadays a lot of people like, oh, I'm not really into heels. I'm not wearing heels like that. Yada, yada, who. Okay. Me, on the other hand, there's always a time and a place, honey. I'm a sneakerhead big time. Big time sneakerhead. But, honey, I also like me a good heel. So that's that one. Let's keep going. And that done slid down. I know y'all, I know you guys are probably like, this woman right here. This I actually have, this is my second pair because I have another pair. I did a haul. I never posted it, y'all. Got a lot of stuff sitting here, never posted. But I have these shoes in a blush color, okay, that I paid full price for, okay? But I really wanted it. It's sold out everywhere. So this was another one, like when I find my size, I'm gonna get it. So, again, taps, 2 dust bags. Now, let's talk about it. Talk to me nice. This is the Miss D pump in the black patent leather. She's sexy. First of all, I have it in the blush color. I probably should have brought it out so y'all could see that one too, because even though I showed y'all in the haul, y'all never saw. Yeah, anyway. I have that one in a 40.5 because the Miss D's, this is one of the newest collection of shoes at Louboutin. This one is different. It's the never ending sole. These particular soles do not wear off. The red won't wear off like the other ones. The toe box is made quite different. As you can see, it's a little longer. It is a tad bit wider, and there is cushion in the inside. It does make a big difference. You do not need to break these in. Oh, let me rephrase. I do not need to break these in. You can put them on and you could go. However, they do run big. I normally wear 41 in red bottoms. These I got in the 40.5 in the blush, and as soon as 30 minutes into wearing them, I actually wore them when my brother took me out for dinner for my birthday. And by the time dinner was over and the heat from my heel had not my heel, but the heat from my foot had settled in and it had stretched, they were flopping. So now I have to wear an insert in those. So I bought these in a 40 and they are a little snug, but once I wear them, which I haven't because I've been waiting to do this video, now I will be wearing them to work. This I did get for work because I know I have a lot of black shoes, right? But I'm wearing this to work. It does pick up a lot of fingerprints, more than my other ones do. But I ain't worried about that because I literally can just wipe it down and keep it moving, which I'm not going to do right now. But y'all, first of all, the way that heel, you can see the red on the outside. I love it, right? It's different from my other one, my other Louboutins. It actually, because the red comes out a little bit, makes the heel look thinner than it actually is, right? Because it is a thick heel. You just can't really tell. The heel also, because of this, makes it look like it's a little higher. This is 100 ml. I'm thinking about perfume. This is 100 millimeter, right? 3.9. However, it looks like like it's higher, like a 120 or 110 or 105, but it's not. It's just a 100, right? And again, remember, it's cushioned, so you're gonna get a lot more wear and comfort out of the Miss Z. I want them in other colors, but I'm not trying to pay full price. I did not pay full price for these, just so you know. These ended up being, they are $8.95 for solid colors. Solid color, the blush, when I say solid color, I mean the white, the blush, and the black are $8.95. If you get one of the metallics, it's $9.95. If you get one of the ones that's studded and stuff, it goes up in price, right? I thought about getting the white ones, but I would never wear them. It would be a waste of my money. These I got at Rue La La for $7.29 instead of the $8.95 or $7.49 or something like that. Either way, child, it wasn't no $900. Like the blush pair, I got the blush pair from Saks because I was looking and looking. It was sold out everywhere. I got the blush pair for the $8.95 because they had the 40.5, but I found the 40 at Rue La La surfing one night, y'all. Surfing one night. I found them and I took advantage because that's what you do. You take advantage. So here are both of them so you can see it. Yes, honey. I love me a good shoe. It is a prerequisite in the wardrobe. After I'm done, I'll show you what the blush ones, and I got a pair of red bottom flats that I got in February to wear while I was walking around in Atlanta. And actually, I really love those, and I need another pair in a different color, but I'll show you those later. Since I didn't show you the other shoe, right? I mean the other haul. All right, that was it for Louboutin. Now we get into Fendi. Right, these are called the Tess, and I might be saying that wrong because it's marked off, y'all, so it's hard to see, but I'll show you what it looks like. The Fendi card, I didn't get these on discount, y'all. I had to pay full price, but I just love the style. I thought I could wear this with a lot of stuff, so I grabbed it. This I got from Neiman Marcus. I did end up finding them on sale. I'll show you where. I'll tell you where to go if you're interested. I am not a big, huge platform slide person. First of all, I'm not a big slide. Well, I am. Like I have my Hermes slide, stuff like that. But this one on the foot, y'all, I'll show it to you. And I had wide leg jeans on the day I tried them on, and everybody kept stopping like, oh, those look really nice with those jeans. It was like that washer denim that's perfect for the spring and summer. You know, that lighter denim, not the darker one. I fell in love with it, and they're mad comfortable. It's also cushioned in here, right? Love it. Love, love, love them. So these I had to size all the way down to a 9. Right? Typically, I wear a 10, maybe a 9.5 in luxury slides because they tend to be for more narrow feet. But this is actually wide, y'all. So you can probably go true to size or go a half or a whole size down. You do need to try these on. Now, the regular price for these are $720. That is how much I paid for them. However, and I can double check right now for you, I do believe these are on Sephora, C-E-T-T-I-R-E, for $520. Now, I know you're probably like, why you don't just take them back and order them from there? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. The young lady that helped me was very, very nice, and I don't want her to lose her commission or whatever you get from it. So, no, I'm not doing it. However, I could tell my peoples about it, though. I'm just checking to make sure it is still there. It's actually $476. It depends on your size. Like I have a 39. That's how much it is right now. It is $476. So Settire, Sephora. It's been there for a while too. So I mean, I am tempted to take these back because it is almost $300 difference, but I'm not going to. She was really, really sweet. However, they come in a tan that if they have my size, which they do, for $488. I might need to add that to cart. I might go back and get that. But anyway, so I have these. I try not to get stuff that's too not fast fashion, long term, but too things that are not classic, right? Because if they're not classic and it like, they may not carry over year, right? But I think these will, because they are denim, I think they will carry over. I'll be able to wear this the following year, etc. They have a bag that matches, but I said no to the bag because I have limits, y'all, despite what y'all may think. Y'all, I can't even get this to stay. Okay, next, another full price item. Some of these now, we're getting into the full price items. Bottega Veneta. Now, I had a tough time because I did not know what size to get, so I had to guess. I did pay less, but then I had to pay duties, so it ended up only being $50 less than what you normally would pay. But I'll show you. You get 2 Bottega Veneta sleepers. Can anybody guess real quick in the comments, what did I buy? What did I buy from Bottega? Let me know down in the comments while I open this up. All right, I'll show y'all. I got a pair of sneakers, y'all, and they been heavy, but they gold, they bling. I love this part because when you're driving, right, this part tends to sit on your rubber mat. My rubber mats are black, and if I have like white shoes on and stuff, it always messes this up. I have to automatically clean it. Same thing when you're trying to drive. This is just, first of all, the shoe is mad comfortable. I haven't worn them, but I've tried them on. This is a 40 though. I had to, they don't come in half sizes, at least not when I was looking. So even though they look wide here and all of that, I still had to do a whole 40. Excuse me, most sneakers I'm a 39. These, I had to do a 40. I have a little room, but it's very thick here, y'all. I have a little room, so when I wear thick socks, because this will be an all year round sneaker, because honey, in the winter, in the like Christmas time where gold is out and everything, I could still rock these. But I'm happy I have these, and these were not on my radar. They weren't on any wish list. I have other items like the first pair of shoes that like look like ballerina shoes. Those were on my wish list for 2025. They were. I wanted those big time, okay? But they had sold out. So I was like, oh my God, maybe I'll never get them. But I got them, see? That's the universe. Put it in the universe. But yes, so I got these. I want these in another color, but I'm not going to do it because, y'all, 11 pairs of shoes was enough for now. Yeah. So the price in the US, like right now, they weren't in stock, at least my size, which was a 40, was in stock at Neiman's for $1,050. I got them for $850 at Selfridges. However, they charge $50 a ship, $55 a ship, something like that. And then the duties were added. It ended up being like $9.99 and $80, something like that. So it wasn't but $50, $60 off. So it's still off though. So I didn't care, and I got them in 2 days. So I could care less. But you know, if you can find them cheaper, which I don't think you're gonna be able to, because these Bottega sneakers, what are they called? The Orbit sneakers? They're hard to find. Because a friend of mine has them in silver, and she was having a tough time finding them. So, let's put this in here. So I have the Bottega. This is not for everybody, because some people would be like, those are like space shoes, you know, whatever. My brother was actually like, we're gonna be matching, y'all. He likes shoes and sneakers like I do. We're gonna be matchy because he has a pair of Givenchy sneakers that are very similar. Okay, this is the Bottega, and just so you know, most of these things have bags that match, but there'll be a bag haul. You can see the bags there. All right, these are Dior. I did not pay full price for these. I did get these on sale at Sephora. Again, Settire. I swear by them, y'all. I swear by them now. I go there before I go anywhere else when I'm just browsing, looking, because you'll be very, very shocked. Now, they may not always have your size. They may not always have the color you want, but that price is right, because these were 55% off retail. 55% off retail. Okay? So I'm going to show you these. The Dior card. There are the sleepers. These are very different, and I toyed with whether or not I'm going to keep them or not, because I had to Google how they're worn, because they appeared to be too big for my feet, but realized that was how they were supposed to look. What do I mean? I'll show you. So, I purchased, can you see it? These slides. So these slides look absolutely freaking huge, right? Not just because they're white, but they look huge. They have this cushion, the white cushion in the inside, which also changes. So if this was pink, it would be pink in the inside, etc. This is nothing but mesh, right? This whole thing right here, right? But I wanted a different kind of dad sandal, not the typical dad sandals that everybody has. And I damn sure didn't want to pay all that money for one, because I ain't into that look like that. At least I don't think I am, when you put it like that. And I love the fact that this has the raffia or the straw lining, and it, lo and behold, your feet are not supposed to go around this part, because if they did, y'all, it would hurt. Can you imagine your big toe rubbing on this all day long right here? Yeah, no. So my foot ends like right there, and I was like, oh my God, my foot is too small. I mean, you know, this shoe was too big. My foot's too small for this shoe. Then I realized I had to go search for a model that had these shoes on, and realized, no, her foot only covered the inside and a little tiny piece of the heel back here, but all of this was open. I said, oh. So these, I don't know how much wear these will get. They're going to get wear. I'm going to get my cost per wear out of it. Don't get me wrong, because I paid $500 for them. They're regular $1,150, something like that, right? I am going to Greece in the summer. This is what I'll be wearing with some of my outfits. But it'll be outfits that, because it's a cruise. We fly into Athens and then cruise. Probably more stuff on the boat than actual excursions. And definitely this can go to the beach, because it's mesh and because of the straw. I think it could definitely take on the sand with zero issue. So I got these, and I did, y'all. I went back and forth. I almost returned them, you know, and everything. And then something said, nah, you're going to regret returning them. So hold on to them. So that's what I did. Let me know in the comments, would you have held on to them too? Or would you be keen to send them back? Let me know down in the comments, because, you know, I was going back and forth. I don't want to lie to y'all. I wasn't all the way there. I wasn't. And I got this in a size 41. Just so you guys know. Ooh, where is it at? Yep, I got a size 41. All right, so we more than halfway through. We have 2, 4, 5 left. So we've done 6 shoes / sneakers. Now we're gonna get into the Gucci. All the next 5 are Gucci's, just so you know. This one right here I'm about to show you is the only pre-loved one that I have. The rest were brand new from the store, I think. Were they all brand? Yeah. They all brand new from the store. The store or a department store, I should say. So this one right here, you can tell because it's in the old Gucci box, right? Gucci, the boxes are red now. Or maroon, I should say. But these were never worn. I fell in love with these shoes because they were very different. They had not been worn. And I bought my 41 and they were flopping. I had to stalk the Real, that's where I got these from, to find them in a 40 and pray that the 40 wasn't going to be too big. Sure enough, as soon as I got them and I saw that they were too big, I looked and it was a 40 and I purchased it. And I was like, please don't let me need a 39 and a half. But y'all, come now for the two-tone. Come now, right? And look at that heel, y'all. Y'all see that heel? You see the color of the heel? It's different. And on my foot, oh my gosh, even my mother was like, ooh, those are nice. I said, yes, honey, they are, right? And look, never been worn. Never been worn. Okay? So I was here for it. I was here for them. Look, it still got the thing on it. And I want to say I paid $400, maybe. There is a all gold pair calling my name. They are on it now. I'm just waiting to see how much further it's going to drop down so I can grab those too. I don't care. Okay? Okay? Don't come for me, come for somebody else. Look at that. That is so different. And I cannot wait to rock these, y'all. I cannot wait. And the heel is not high. You could tell it's only 3 inches. It's 85 millimeter. You could tell. That's going to get a lot of wear, honey. Ask Chris where she going to put all the shoes. I don't know. I was supposed to get my shoe rack, like my IKEA pack system. I was getting one built that only was for shoes, because the shoes are in abundance, y'all already know, and the clothes not so much. I've been changing that up. Now I have a decent amount of clothes since I've been shopping, but the shoes be showing. All right, and I haven't even never showed y'all my Air Force One collection. That's another 30 pairs. So I was just like, I need somewhere to like organize. But then, you know, everything with my dad happened and I put it on the back burner. I might revisit it once the summer's over, but for right now, I'm focused on vacations and stuff, the ones we can actually take. Because anyway, we're not even gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into all of where we can fly and not fly to, right? So then we have 4 more boxes. Let's get into it. Here's this one. This was on my wish list for 2025 as well. Actually, 2 pairs that I'm going to show you was on my wish list for 2025. These I wanted for work, not really for pleasure. Work is pleasure. Well, anyway, it was really not for me to go out with the girls or whatever. This was really for me to wear to work, right? I saw these while I was in Atlanta for my birthday. That's where I spent my birthday weekend. And you can see all of the Gucci stuff, and then 2 dust bags. You can see it's like white on white, but it says Gucci. I was in the Neiman's shopping, and I saw these. I wanted them. I was like, oh my gosh, you have my size. I tried them on, got the right size, but then I wasn't paying tax. Because in Jersey, shoes and clothes, we don't pay tax on. So I said, well, if you ship them to me, I don't have to worry about no tax. She said, that's right. I said, well, get the shipping, honey, because I am not paying y'all no 9% or whatever the percent crazy tax. Nope. But here they go. Y'all see that nice little heel? It's the perfect work shoe for me, right? For any time, it's this time of the year where I'll be wearing more creams and not really brown, because I don't really lean towards like a brown, chocolate brown type of thing, but I wear a lot of creams. I'll wear a lot of not khakis, but like tan colored items. And even if I don't, you can still rock this with something that is other colors, you know what I mean? So it looks so pretty on the foot. I got them in a 40, not a 41, because that toe box is wide. It's not a high shoe. So very comfortable shoe. Very, very, very. So comfortable that this style, I'll say, is slightly different, but it's an all leather style that I am considering getting one of after I break these in. Once I start walking in them and I'm like, yep, I definitely want another pair. And I love the horse bit, right? I love it, strict signature Gucci. Even if I didn't have the signatures on it and it was just a one solid shoe, which they do have, this right here, that's all you need. I love these. I am so happy to have them, right? Do not need them any higher than they already are, right? So right now they're stuffed. I'm loving them. I'm so glad that I found them at that store, because the Neiman's and Short Hills didn't even have them. So they didn't have my size, I should say. So I'm glad I got them when I did. We almost done. We got 3 more pairs, y'all. 3 more pairs. See, if this was a live, y'all, we would have still been on shoe number 2, because we like the tour. Next one. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say how much these were? I think these were $1,050. The last ones I just showed you. Oh, these I did not pay full price for. I'm wrong. I got these from Sephora too. I got them $300, I think, off. Well, this gonna give it away. Some extra laces. And the Gucci card. These came in the sleeper. And you could tell they're sneakers because of the laces. So let me show you what they look like. I love me a good sneaker that's trendy. And this is not just gonna be for this year. This colorway, everything takes me right into the fall with zero issue, right? I love this sneaker. I cannot wait to wear them. I've been like, I gotta film this. I gotta film this so I could wear my sneakers or whatever. The weather, whenever decide to act good, you know, this is gonna be a staple in the collection. It is. First of all, when we get to the bags, that would be a separate haul. There's some bags that I have in specific colors that I could rock with this. So I'm like, yes, abso-freaking-lutely. This shoe, I think in Gucci retails for $9.95 or $1,050. That seems to be what they like to, I don't know where they get these numbers from, right? I paid $668 for these on Sephora. I don't know if it's still there. Y'all could check. But again, I would definitely check Sephora. You can take this off so you can see that it says Gucci right there. And these were perfect. These were perfect. They fit perfect. Look at the back. You have your Gucci sign. You have the name Gucci. You know, of course, you have the emblem here, the GGs. It's a monogram sneaker, right? I have other Gucci sneakers, so I knew what size to get, which is, this is a 39 because Gucci runs big. Well, my true sneaker size is a 9, right? But some sneakers you have to go up. Some you go down. Like my Bottegas, I got a 40, right? Because 39, I don't like my big toe hidden up here. That annoys me, right? So I like to have a little bit of room, especially if your feet swell, right? So yeah, 39. I love these. Yeah, I love these. They're similar to my Louboutin that I wear all the time. But I get tired of wearing. That's my only real tan shoe that's not an Air Force One. So I'm like, yeah, I needed another tan camel colored type shoe. Love the fact that I got some extra laces. you know. So that's that one. All right, we getting down to the wire. Here's another shoe I got from the Gucci store. At Short Hills, as you can see. And this one was on my 2025 wish list because a friend of mine has them and swears by them. I mean, oh, they're so comfortable. You could just slip into them and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I said, all right, let me go. Because they were on my list. And I said, I can't get a lot of use out of these shoes. I got to get them this year. So, anywho, they didn't have them at the department stores because I think they're exclusive. This particular one, no, they're not exclusive. Because I think I saw them online in Nordstrom, but just not in the store. But anyway, they are in the bags. So let me take this one out. Slide. These are the monogram slides with the horse bit. You know, I had to get a 39.5 in these, right? So definitely not a 40. The 39.5 gives me a little wiggle room in the top, but right here, it's perfectly, you know, at the part of my top of my foot where it needs to be. So I said, nope, I don't want to go down I don't want to go down a half a size or up a half a size. The 39.5 was perfect. And I actually have bags that match this. If you recall, I have my Ophidia bag, my little one that I got last year, I want to say. Yeah, I got it last year while I was connecting flights in Japan. So I am so happy to have, this is a great shoe for the plane too. That was the first thing I thought about when I tried them on this. I can just slide this on and off on a plane and it just be comfortable. Because typically I wear sneakers on planes or whatever, but then I have to tie them and untie them and the this and the that. These I slip right on and I can still have my little socks on, my little compression socks on and stuff. So I have to do some more offshore traveling towards the latter part of the year for work as well. I said, ooh, 25 hours, 22-hour flights and all of that. This is going to be perfect for me to slip in and out of. So I think my cost per wear, I'm probably going to get well before the end of the year. These retail for $590, I want to say. Let's check. Because I don't remember. Oh, I'm so wrong. $790. Where did I get $590 from? That was what I wish it was. It was $790. I stand corrected. Yep. It was $790. Yep. That is how much they were. So, yes. Definitely still going to get my cost per wear out of them. Child. So happy to have them. And I wish I bought them when they were cheaper because they had like 2 price hikes on these. And I know with all of these tariffs and everything else going on, I don't know how you know, how comfortable I'll be, you know, spending, you know, money depending on how high things get, right? So I'm glad that I got things when I purchased them. Last shoe, we have 43 minutes, y'all. Last shoe, let me take all of this out. This, I had purchased a pair of platform horse bit loafers in olive green. Beautiful shoe. They were heavy as hell. And I went back and forth for 2 weeks on if I was going to keep that shoe. And I said, I don't know. They don't even carry the color in the store. It was online when I purchased it. And I had purchased them while I was in Atlanta surfing the net at the middle of the night with another insomnia bout. And I said, ooh, let me order these and have them. They'll be at the house by the time I get back from vacation. They were heavy. And I was like, this is not going to be comfortable after it wears a little bit and stretches. You trying to keep this heavy shoe on your foot is not going to be set up right. So I took them back and got these. These were unexpected colorway. that I said I must have. Must. Yes, I said must have. And they were cheaper than the horse bit loafer. So that worked out for me. So the horse bit loafer was $13.50. Right? No. It was $12.50. And these were $11.50. Right? Yes. So I was able to exchange them and then get the other $100 back. So you're gonna see they are in dusters. Here's your Gucci stuff. Y'all, I don't think y'all ready for these, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for what I'm about to show y'all. Okay. Y'all see that? You see that color? Do you see the color? Okay, I'll come up closer. These are the rewebs, right? So these are the Gucci rewebs. That's the name of the sneaker. Okay, they run big. So these are 38.5. I had to go that far down, y'all. Okay. Now, typically, well, I won't say that far down. Typically in Gucci sneakers, I am at 39. I got a 38.5. Okay, they are big, right? But this color, you couldn't tell me nothing. They come in this maroon color too, and they're on satire, right? I paid full price for these. This color is not on satire. The white is, the gray is, the maroon is, but not this color. This colorway is not there. But on satire, this is $800 for the maroon one versus the $11.50. That's a $300 and something difference, y'all. Come on now. Come on. It don't take rocket science. The way my girl math is set up, you can go ahead and get that maroon one, right? But I don't need it. I don't need two of this sneaker. So that's why I prefer this. It's a very different color. I do not have this color, even in an Air Force One. I do not have this color in my collection. So I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is it right here. You know? So I purchased these. Y'all, I'm a sneakerhead. Yes, I love me a good sneaker. You don't have to be walking around in 4-inch heels all the time. You know, I buy heels for work and for when I'm going out somewhere with the girls or with somebody else, you know, or whatever it is. And I'm, you know, I want to dress my look up with the heels. I can also dress it up with a pair of sneakers if I had to, because I do that all the time. But I'm big for going to like the let me put these in here, cigar bar or something like that. Y'all, I could throw a sneaker on in a heartbeat and go to the cigar bar. It's the cigar bar, right? I am walking in there strutting in no 4-inch heels. No, that's not the kind of party. I'm in leggings and jeans, something that I don't mind smelling like cigars, right? And go smoke my cigars, watch the game or whatever, drink my drink, and I leave, right? Then I gotta Febreze my hair and my clothes before I get home, right? But I could be fancy with a fancy pair of sneakers and not really worry about it. So anyway, all right, y'all, I was about to close out and then I realized I was supposed to show y'all the other pair of the Miss Z's in the blush color I was talking about. So I just went in my closet and grabbed one of them so as you can see. So as you can see, this is the blush pair of the black pair that I purchased, but this one is a 40.5. I've already worn them like I told you, but you can see it really, I mean, it's dirty. I could wipe it off, but it's still intact, the red, right? So it's very different than what we're used to, toe boxes, but you can see it even stretched out a little bit from me wearing them. So I'm like, this is a 40.5, which you can see right there. So I was like, oh, I probably needed this in a 40. I did need it in a 40, but I have pads that I can put in that. The other shoe that I told you I had flats that I purchased for walking around and everything in Atlanta, and these are gonna look beat up, right? Because I even wear them to work now. So these are it. This is what they look like underneath. Yeah, they haven't really washed wiped off, like the red hasn't come off like it does for some of my heels, because I'm not digging down like that. So, but they saw a lot of work in Atlanta, because I even wore these to see Martin Lawrence and all of that. Oh, this is coming up. I must have scraped on something when I was driving. That's the problem when you drive in you should really not drive in your work stuff, your heels and everything. You should put sneakers on or something. But yeah, so I purchased these from the Real. They were brand new. They were never worn. And I think I paid $500 for them. And this is like $7.95 or something like that. Maybe $8.95. No, $7.95 on well, this style is not available. Like, you can get this. It's like the flat hot chick. You can get them, just not in this like faux croc or whatever, right? But they're very comfortable, very comfortable. I got these in a 40.5. I could have went to a 40 in these too, but I didn't, because I didn't want this cutting my foot until you break them in. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so now we definitely done. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are about today's haul. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad that you're back with me. Okay, so don't forget to look out for the next haul. That will be the 12 bags that I purchased. And if you're here for the judgment, do not click. This is not the judgment zone over here. This is the no judgment zone. With all that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. So stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned. Bye, y'all.